Guys, so today I've got some leftovers from yesterday's Chinese food, so I thought to finish it, not to waste any food. Have you guys had lunch already? So we've got some guo bao rou. It's basically deep fried pork cutlets, soaked in buttered sauce and also sweet and sour sauce. We've got a Sichuan delight. It's called Ants on the Tree. It's still smoking hot. It's vermicelli with some peppers and some minced pork. Very nice. And then we've also got some Shanghai cuisine. Got two left. It's a big pork meatball in Hongshao style. Very big ass meatball. See? Very big one. And then we've also got some cumin with lamb from yesterday's takeaway, but I've added some bean sprouts and coriander in it to give it some more vegetables. So made it homemade. Very nice. Some lamb. And also, of course, you can never go wrong with some rice. So yeah, let's dig in. Come on, New. We've also got New with me today. She just had a shower, so it's smelling very nice. Let me try and see if we can see New here. New, good girl. All right, so let's dig in. Got some lamb. Very nice lamb. Lamb yesterday was too salty, so I added some water and then added some bean sprouts and coriander to make it less salty. Hi guys, where are you guys from? Have you guys had lunch already? Bean sprouts. Not yet. Just waiting for some food. Here you go. And then I also bought this very nice cup. It's Chaji, Bawang Chaji, a milk tea brand from China, from Shanghai. On my trip to Shanghai, and I've made some Chinese tea inside as well. Very nice. Can't go wrong with some Chinese tea. And then let's try the guo bao rou. See, very nice with some carrots. Fried pork cutlets. Amazing. Give some rice to New. So New, my little schnauzer, she's 9. I brought her from China all the way to the UK, right? So she's used to having like rice bao buns back in China, and she misses it a lot, right? Miss it a lot. That's why whenever our household eat Chinese food, she gets very, very excited. Like, hey, look, who doesn't want some pork cutlets, but you can't eat it? You can only eat rice. Very nice. You can never go wrong with Chinese food. Anyone else likes Chinese food? Feel free to comment on what's your favorite. Is it dim sum or fried rice or fried noodles? You can't eat those, you can only eat rice. Okay? Good girl. Hi there. I'm just finishing up the leftovers from last night. Don't want to waste any food. Same food as yesterday, the guo bao rou, which is like the fried pork cutlets. Good girl. Has any one of you been to China before? Or Hong Kong? Or Macau? Mainland Chinese food and Hong Kong. I'm back from yesterday. Yes, I remember you. Yes. You were the one who said you speak Chinese in school, right? In the UK. This is the meatball. Oh, no? Oh, I must have got you mistaken then. Sorry about that. My bad. Meatball very tender. Super nice. Does anyone of you, if you order like a takeaway or something, if you can't finish it, will you just throw it away? Or do you leave it tomorrow, like in the afternoon for me, like me, and just eat it as a lunch? Do you guys just throw it away at the evening, or do you leave it for tomorrow? Does that know about going to China? Okay. I think we need to visit. Don't get brainwashed by the traditional media. Go see it for yourself. It's actually a lot beautiful, a lot more peaceful than what you think it is. I just came back from China, and it was one of my best trips I've ever had. People were amazing. Food was amazing. Super cheap. Everyone was just having a great time, honestly. At least things don't seem like you're being ripped off. Hotels are extremely cheap as well for the quality. So here's a Sichuan cuisine. Ant on the trees. 蚂蚁上树. This is a vermicelli. For those who haven't been to China, I highly recommend booking a flight there, especially with our delighted Mr. Stalin, Mr. Starmer. Recently visited China and got us like visa free as well for 30 days, I think. It's good to actually go and explore. So let's continue with our meatball. Look at this meatball. This would cost me around £1 max, or £2 for 4 of these. But in the UK, this costed me around £12. I mean, it is what it is. It's the price of the UK. This whole meal will cost me less than £12 in China. Yeah, I know. I literally cried when I was on the airport. When I was in the airport in Hong Kong, coming back to the UK. But since I grew up in the UK, my business is here, my family is here. You know, it's not that easy for me to just say like fuck it and move back. It's just too much to leave behind. Especially with my beautiful dog. Say hi to Niu Niu. Hello. So she came from China. I brought her from China, right? She used to live in China as well. And now she's staying with me in London. even HK is becoming expensive. Well, I was in HK because I was actually born in Hong Kong, so I'm a Hong Konger. Um, it is more expensive than what it used to be. Let's say my favorite, my satay beef noodles that I have in like the Cha Chan Tang. Cha Chan Tang is a very local and very unique Hong Kong cuisine. It's all about efficiency. It's very quick. Don't expect any services from there. But everything is quick, quick, quick. A breakfast there used to cost me around £2 or £2.80, like Yabaman, $28. But then this time when I'm back, and maybe because I'm staying in Wan Chai as well, so it's in the Hong Kong island, close to Central, it's more expensive. Breakfast costed me around like £4, so it's almost doubled since I was young. Yeah. You know we don't like Japan, right? Well, I know. For me, I don't like the old Japan, you know. I try not to put politics and also what happened in the history here. As a Chinese, I will remember what happened in Nanjing, and you know, I will embrace the history as well. But in terms of current, like, you know, Japanese people or Japanese culture, I have nothing against them. It's not their fault. So that's my view. I said no about going to China. Yep. I mean, like, everyone has their own opinion. I got this jersey because it was on sale anyways. But I used to not like China as well. Thank you, man. Thank you. Wait. What, Chinese is open at this time? No, this was from last night. So these are like leftovers. I don't like wasting any food. I can't finish it. So I just, you know, put it in the fridge and just reheated it this morning. I don't want to waste any food. Especially Chinese food being so expensive in the UK. I don't want to waste any of it. There are certain Chinese shops that are open. They specifically deal with breakfast, but not today, not on a Sunday. Like, I literally just landed back in Heathrow yesterday, around 7 in the morning, and I was really craving for Chinese food again. I went on a 1-month holiday. I went to Dubai. I went to Tokyo, Japan, and then a couple of different cities in China. And then last 2 weeks, well, not last 2 weeks, last week was in Hong Kong, where my birthplace was. I'd say every single city that I've been to on this trip is far beyond the current UK, unfortunately. I was born in Hong Kong, but I grew up in the UK. It's actually kind of sad how UK has become. Like, London used to be the place to be. I used to study in Manchester and Cambridge. Every time I come to London, I'll be very happy, you know. Everything was glamorous, everything is beautiful, you know. But then nowadays, I just want to get out of London. Like, crime, like, I myself got robbed 4 times last year. Like, literally, robbed 4 times, 2 phone snatches, so what, like 6 times? By the 4th or 5th time, I was already like, you know what, just take it. I'm already used to it. It's so sad. Like, for me, I don't even mind those taxes, you know. But for what I'm paying for the taxes and this amount of security and safety, this doesn't add up at all. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you just can't do anything. Like, one time I got robbed outside the Barclays in Tottenham Court Road. Like, it was 9 in the morning. I was on my way to work. If they do it in the morning, right outside a bank, no one gives a shit. And nothing much I can do about it, you know. Like, there's a knife already by your waist, so what can I do? Just get on with it. I mean, he was very polite, you know. He was like, just don't move, hand everything over. We don't want anything. We only want your money. It was very polite as well. It was kind of funny, actually. Yeah, the first 2, 3 times I got so mad, but then by the third time I just realized the cops won't do anything about it. Unfortunately, every time I call them, they'll be like, "Well, are you injured? Are there any bleeding? Are there any blood?" If you say no, they give you a reference number. Call your insurance. That's all. Hi there, it's me on another phone. Okay, nice. Yeah, maybe I used to think they've got a lot of other stuff to do because now there's a lot of knife crime, but you know, it is what it is. Like, it's sad because I literally almost cried when I had to leave Hong Kong, because at least I can hold up my phone on the streets and actually use it. Like, people like to blame the victims whenever their phone gets snatched and stuff like that, you know, but I don't think that's right, because it's my phone. I bought it with a hard-earned money. I should be able to use it whenever I want. I'm not having to fear someone's going to snatch it, or you know, or rob me. But, you know, I don't think this issue is only in the UK. I think it's the whole of Europe. I know, man. That's why, especially over what happened, I've been using Uber a lot more. I'm lucky because my company gives me allowances each month for Ubers. Well, it's not happening in China. I was walking down every night, you know, 2, 3 a.m. or 1 a.m. I had nothing to worry about. Firstly, there's cameras everywhere. I know some people might not be very fond of cameras, but if it is what it is that makes me safe, I'd rather they have cameras everywhere that actually works. Because, like, my opinion is that I'm just a normal citizen like everyone else. I'm not like a wanted criminal or someone. So I don't mind being captured on camera. Like, let's say if I'm just walking on the street, people are streaming or whatever. I'm not very, you know, I don't really mind being on camera, like being filmed. So same goes with the surveillance camera as well. Yes, China is super safe. Yes. Oh, by the way, I gotta show off my mug. I got this in China. This is a very famous bubble tea brand called Chaji. This is not sponsored, by the way. I wish. Yeah, I got this in Shanghai. It's very beautiful as well. And this was only like £2, so cheaper than your Starbucks ones. If you're not going to hide anything, exactly. That's what I think. Oh, finally, someone was agreeing with me. The other day, I was talking about the same thing, and people were like, "Well, it's on my privacy and whatever." I mean, like, I'm not taking a shower in front of the cameras, you know. Do remember, I want some. Come and order some. This was in London. For me, if you've got nothing to hide, there's not much to worry about. Cameras will keep you safe. That's what my belief is. At least look at China. Oh yeah, BBC. Don't even stop me about it. Forget it. Don't get me wrong though. It's not only the BBC. I mean, like, the major media in every country, you know. I start to not trust them anymore. That's why I would like watching IRL streamers, like the famous one like Speed and everything, because they actually go and walk there. I mean, Speed is super famous now, so everything must look very nice. But there are some very good Western, or you say white people, YouTubers who are exploring China right now. If you're not very familiar with China, you can actually check it out. None of them are actually being paid. I mean, like, some people will think, oh, they must be being paid by the government. But I mean, like, let's be honest. You're not actual Speed. You're not Kai Cenat. You're just a YouTuber with what, like 10K, 20K subscribers. Who's gonna pay you to do that? There's no need, just see it for yourself. There's no need to pay you. Exactly. Vermicelli. Yeah, you can't really blame them though, because growing up without I was born in '98, so growing up, I don't have social media yet. Back in the days, so we've been watching the news for so long, and to be honest, thinking back, I think the news back then was more reliable, than what we're having now. In the UK currently, the only news channel that I actually follow is GB News. Because I agree with what they're saying, you know. Can't really say it here, but you know what I mean. But despite all the negativities from the UK, I still love it. Like, I'm proud to say that I grew up in the UK. I have a UK passport and I'm a UK citizen paying my taxes and I have the right to vote. Yeah, I'm actually still very proud of my country. Even though like I might be Chinese, but I still grew up here. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to study and grow up in the UK. But if like some of my friends in Hong Kong have been asking me, because like there's a new immigration policy for Hong Kong people, whether or not they should actually move here, the answer is no. It's finished. They don't like Chinese. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't actually blame them, because some Chinese people, when they go traveling, they just behave differently. I completely understand. I'm not against it. I see it for myself as well. But those are just the minority. Like, most Chinese people that I know, and myself as well, respect other people's culture. Look, I've grew up in the UK, so even though I'm Chinese, I still speak Chinese. I still speak Mandarin and Cantonese. I'll learn your language. I still celebrate Christmas like everyone else. Easter. We don't have Thanksgiving, but I like Thanksgiving a lot. All those cultures. Wherever you go, excuse me. Wherever you go, you should embrace it. To fit in. I'm not trying to change. I think you guys know what I mean. Not trying to change that country into a country that you think works, or change the laws of it. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but you guys know what I mean. No, I haven't had lunch. No, I don't live in China. I live in the UK. I recently came back from China on my holiday. I grew up in the UK, but I'm Chinese. No, I haven't had lunch yet. Better order some. Like, I wasn't gonna have lunch until like 12:30, but my dog was like just staring at me the whole morning. Because we went out for a walk this morning, but now it's pouring rain, and she was feeling very cold. She just had a shower. Right? Good girl. Come on. Up, up. Nini, up. Good girl. So yeah, like, I don't like going into politics a lot, but for me, as an immigrant myself, wherever I go, I try to respect the culture of other people, because after all, you're going to live at other people's country, so you should respect what they're doing, not trying to change it into your own culture. If I were to change it, I'd make everything fucking Chinese. What are you doing for the new year? Oh, yes. So for you guys who don't know, Tuesday is the Chinese New Year. So this year is the year of the horse, actually. I actually got this in China. I'm going to show you guys. This is a North Face jacket. It's all wet because I was walking the dog. But this was for the year of the horse. So you see like little horses on it. It's quite nice. And it's a lot cheaper as well. This one was like 180 quid in China. This would cost me around 200 to 300 quid in UK. So I was super happy. Got a steal. Yeah. This Chinese New Year, unfortunately, because I'll be working. Yeah, I'll be working because obviously in the UK we don't have Chinese New Year holiday, but for people in China, it's different. In Hong Kong, they usually have around 4 or 5 days of holiday. Celebrate because Chinese New Year is all about getting together with a family. Younger people like us will get red pockets. Your elders, like your parents or your auntie or uncles or whoever who's married, who are close relatives, will give you red pockets with cash inside. So it's very nice. Yeah, and then there's like particular Chinese food that we'll eat as well. Usually it's seafood. They all have a meaning. I'll see if I can stream or if I can live stream on some traditional Chinese food on Chinese New Year. But for me, I'll be working. Excuse me, there's some tea. You live in London, which part? Near Canary Wharf. I got it. Well, I have got some friends who own some Chinese restaurants here. The boss saw that I literally just came back yesterday and messaged me. It was like, "Do you want me to deliver you some food to try for tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So yeah. Yeah, it was free as well. So because we're really close friends. That shop is called Oriental Dragon. It's in central London. Which part? In Canary Wharf in East London. I choose Canary Wharf because it's more safe. I'll show you guys something. Some Chinese tea that I brought back actually. Just bear with me one moment. So this is a Chinese tea that I brought back. It's called Bai Cha, so literally means white tea. It's very different. It's a very unique tea, and it comes in. I'll show you guys so you can see it. It comes in actual like tea leaves, like that. So what I usually do in the morning, I just grab a handful like this, pop it in my newly bought mug, and hot water, and this will last me a day. Like this tea is very unique. It is like a mixture of matcha and jasmine tea, so it's not very strong, but then it gets my day going. I used to drink a lot of coffee, but for the past 2 years I've been more into tea, especially Chinese tea. Yeah, this is quite nice. Bought this from China. Where are you from? Well, I was born in Hong Kong, but I've grew up in the UK. So I've started primary school in the UK until now. So at least I speak English. Okay. I work in Waterloo. So literally just a few stops. Oh, I work closely with animals. So I'm a vet. Yes, closely with animals. Animal doctor. You was born here? No, I was not. I was born in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, not in the UK. My family moved here since I was year 3. Means higher teacher. Cantonese? Yeah, 我識講廣東話. Yes. So, for those who don't know, Chinese, there's like a lot of different dialects, and in mainland China, like anywhere apart from Hong Kong and Macau and Guangdong province, they speak Mandarin. Even though some of the Guangdong people speak Mandarin now, but for Hong Kong people, it's always Cantonese, and it's kind of different. Do you know Yuzuru Hanyu. Who's that? No. Loud House. Is that how you pronounce it? No. If you can type Chinese, you can type it. I can read it. Like, even though I grew up in the UK, I was very grateful that my parents hired a private tutor to teach me Chinese. Because back in the days, when I was like year 3, year 4, when I just moved to the UK, there's not much Chinese schools around. But my parents always tell me, even though you are studying in the UK, you're going to have a British passport eventually. Never forget your roots. Like, you can embrace the British culture, but always remember you're Chinese as well. So I'm very grateful. People are so smart. No, not 老师是吧? It should be 老师. Laoshi. 老师. 老师, that means teacher. Yes, that's Mandarin. I like China because the people are so smart. No, it depends, you know. Yeah, I speak Mandarin as well. I speak Mandarin, Cantonese, a tiny bit of Japanese because I love anime, and also English. That's all. I like China because their people are so smart. I don't think, well, but if you look at this, all those like famous inventors or scientists are not Chinese. Well, most of them are not Chinese. Think about that. Well, sorry. New is just waiting for some rice. I was just talking, completely ignored her. Sorry. But New is the love of my life. I love her so much. I can't imagine life without her, to be honest. I say hi to everyone. Hello. Yeah, right. All you can think of is food, right? Good girl. She just had a shower this morning. Smells very nice. 你好. Ni hao. Yeah, that's 谢谢. So XIE. That's the official the pronunciation, official spelling. That's 谢谢 means thank you. In Cantonese, it's 多谢, so it's different. Well, can't really complain. Currently it's pouring down the rain, but that's the typical London weather, so I can't really complain. Just normal weather. I don't actually mind it because I don't really like the heat. And in the UK, we usually only get that heat storm for a week or so, so I can't really complain. But the rain, I used to hate it a lot, but now I just embrace it. It allows me to stay indoors. But New doesn't really like it because it means that she can't really go out that much to enjoy and play, right? So you have private tutor teaching Mandarin or Cantonese? Both, actually, both. So at home, excuse me, at home, I'd be speaking Cantonese with my parents. Mandarin, I had a private tutor. And English, obviously, I just speak it with my friends at school and during lessons. What's her name? Her name is New. So it's Niu. It's a Chinese name. New literally means daughter. Right? Or baby girl. That's what it means, right? I think New came into the UK with me in 2024. So I went back to China in 2024 and I brought her along with me. We flew to Paris and then we had to go to the Calais tunnel. There's a tunnel going underground that leads to the UK. That's the only route. And funny story is, because she needs to do all her checks in China, it was all in Chinese. There were some translation errors. So apparently one of the vets gave her a wrong worm medication. So by the time we got to Calais, and the immigration border, when the vets checked New's documentation, turns out that one of the medication that she had 24 hours prior to the flight was wrong. So we both had to be stranded in Calais for the evening. It was so funny. And because it's just next to the border, there's not much going on there, literally the city. I had to, because I wanted to stay as close to the border as possible, so I rented like a motel you know, those in the American horror movies, those motels where people like, you know, serial killers go and live. It's one of those ones. We're starving, and the closest McDonald's was 1.5 hour walk away. It was just terrifying. It was so kind of funny. What documents you need at the airport if you want to bring pets? Well, it depends on where your pet is flying from. So, coming from China, it's kind of strict, the EU law. So it needs to have all the rabies vaccination. It needs to have obviously a microchip as well, universal microchip where the vets can scan it. And then in China, you need to have a license to actually have own pets. So you need that as well as a proof. And then you also need well, I wanted to mention rabies shot, yep, and also tuberculosis shot, and then oh yeah, the 24-hour medication. So that's a medication you take 24 hours before your flight. And you need to show documentation that your pet has already taken it. Your dog has already taken it. It's for like tapeworm or something. I can't remember which exact worm it was, but that medication, the vets in China got it wrong, so we gave her a type that is not on the accepted list. That's why I got us stranded for a day. So we had to find a vet in Calais as well who was happy enough to give the medication to her, and then wait 24 hours before we can actually come back to the UK. Right? It's kind of long. Ni hao, ni hao. But once you've got into the UK or in the borders, you can actually pay like what, £30 or £40 to get a EU European Union pet passport. Once you have that, every time we want to go to the EU, it's a lot more convenient. So now Nunu is an EU citizen as well. She's got a France passport. So she's technically French right now. Right? You're a Schnauzer, originated from Germany, who lived in China and now holding a French passport living in the UK. Wow, so international. But yeah, I think dogs in general, I'm not talking about cats. I'm more happy living in your Western countries because obviously it is a general problem in China. Everyone knows like there's still dog, you know, people still eat dogs. It's not as common nowadays, but it's still a problem. But it is changing. Some major cities like Shenzhen are starting to ban dog food as well, so it's still improving. This is your girl's TikTok. No, this is my friend's TikTok. She's my friend. Because she can't really speak English that well. So sometimes when I'm eating, she thought might as well to just help her stream for a bit. You know. Do you remember me from yesterday? Yes, I remember you from yesterday. It's sleepy, right? So what's everyone got for plan today? It's a Sunday. Anything exciting? Or just staying at home chilling? Getting ready for work tomorrow like me? Chinese tea is just the best. Running off water. I have a VR. That's not, you mean VR glasses or what? Yeah, so I bet you're from the UK as well, right? 24K. Yeah, I've seen it in the news when I was in Hong Kong. We've broken another record, right? it's officially rained every single day in 2026 in any part in some parts in the UK. It's ridiculous. I don't mind the occasion raining, but raining every day is just it's just nuts. It's just crazy. Like as us dogs owner as well, because New has not been potty trained, unfortunately, so she doesn't know how to actually go to use the bathroom or use the toilet at home. So even though it's wet outside, I just need to find a short period of time to bring her out to go to the loo, right? Hmm? Right, good girl. She's already tired. She needs her afternoon nap, right? A VR headset, that's nice. I can't really use VR goggles or VR headsets because I get really dizzy. To be honest, I'm going to be completely honest. I know people are going to roast me. I'd rather be in China. But there is a slight problem. The wages in China are just too low. Trust me. As a vet, for example, the wages you get in China is only around. I mean, even though their food are cheap, but then you just can't really earn much. And for a vet, for example, not even a vet. Let's say for a waitress in China, if you're lucky to be in one of the bigger cities like Shenzhen, Guangdong, Beijing, or Shanghai, a waiter or waitress, you can get around £500, a month. But £500, obviously, rent is more expensive there as well, so it's actually equal. But if you're a profession, like a vet or a doctor, it might be better. You might get £2,000 or something like that. If you could work from home UK job in China, that would be perfect. Well, that's what my friend is doing. She's very she's very lucky she got to do that. Basically, we have a saying, a Chinese saying, that you make your money in the UK or the Western country, bring it back into China, and you become a king. It's true. Like, imagine if you're only a regular person, a 9 to 5 job here. With that salary, like £2,000, £3,000, if you go to a second tier city in China, so something like what? Something like Birmingham or something like that. Well, obviously not as worse as Birmingham right now. Let me get another. If you go to some place like Brighton, the equivalent of Brighton in China, you can live like a king. Trust me. Like honestly, you can live like a king. You can eat out every day. You can hire a maid to do all your housework for you. You can have a car. You can still go to do massages every day. You still have money remaining, right? But if you actually work there, it's a completely different story. So that's why I'm saying, if I'm retired, yeah, it hits different. It's so different. Like, I don't want to talk about that much in depth here, but you know what I mean. It's so much better. It is like a cinema, You get your own chair that reclines and everything. You get a big screen, you get free food, and you get everything as well. My mom said that she was playing Gorilla Tag and she walked into a wall. Yeah. I know, just be careful when you're playing with VRs. I went to circus yesterday. Really? Where? Where in the UK? Where in China have you been to before? Which part of China? But don't get me wrong, Hong Kong and China is different as well, though. I mean, the vibes and also the prices are different. Hong Kong is more expensive. In a town, that's nice. Been to Shenzhen. Oh my gosh, Shenzhen is so nice. But Shenzhen is already one of the more expensive cities. If you like spicy food, try Chengdu. Try Chengdu and also try Chongqing. or Changsha. From now there's this high-speed train from Hong Kong to Changsha. It's only 2 hours. Trust me, the prices there will blow your mind. I was just talking to my friend the other day, as we're already planning my next trip back to Hong Kong. I haven't been back for like 8 years. Man, it's so different now. It's so different. You see a lot of Western people in Shenzhen nowadays as well. A lot of people actually moved there. Because I was just in Shenzhen a few days ago before coming back to the UK. I was just talking to my friend the other day about hotels in Hong Kong and Shenzhen, because it's so convenient now to travel from Shenzhen to Hong Kong. Next time when we go back to China, we might actually just stay in Shenzhen, because there's like literally so much to do in mainland China than in Hong Kong. I'm not saying Hong Kong is bad, but in terms of pricing wise, it's a lot better, a lot more worth it. Thank you. You love my accent. Oh, thank you. I don't even know what accent I have, you know. It's not like a British accent or it's not an American accent. It's just a regular English accent. I don't really have a particular one. You subscribe to me on all your channels. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Literally 5 minutes from Shenzhen border. So maybe you were living in Luohu. Luohu is busy. And it's but there are kind of a lot of different Shenzhen borders, so it depends on which one you're living in. For an example, this time I was staying in Hong Kong. My hotel was a 4-star hotel. I booked it for around 17 nights. That costed me around £1,800. I mean, it's still a lot cheaper than what you expect in the UK, but it's not like one of your like Marriott's or like, you know, those type of hotels. So I looked at Shangri-La, and also I looked at Marriott, and also Four Seasons in Shenzhen. That price, £1,800, can get me 20 nights in Shenzhen in those hotels. So that got me thinking, why would I spend so much money on a hotel, even though it's 4-star, it's not internationally renowned, but I can actually spend that exact same amount of money in a very luxury hotel. £1,600 for 18 nights in Wan Chai in Hong Kong. In Lok Ma Chau. Oh, okay. So Lok Ma Chau is quite nice, but I don't really like that border because it closes a lot earlier. Luohu closes at around like midnight, but Lok Ma Chau closes at around 9. I was changing my profile to my dog, kissing my dog. Oh yeah, sure, that'll be great. What dog do you have? Right? Man, just talking with you guys about Lok Ma Chau Luohu, I already want to cry. I actually want to just fly back, leave everything behind, but I can't. So sad. Good girl. You tired? No, you can't really eat these, Nini. I'll give you a treat, okay? Well, you know, I've got my family here. I've started a family in the UK. My dog is here. She's 9. She's getting old, so it's not easy for her to move as well. And to be honest, Western countries are better for dogs in terms of like their happiness, because we've got parks everywhere in the UK. In Hong Kong, most buildings does not allow dogs, so you need to find a place to live where it allows dogs, which is usually a lot more expensive. And then, oh, your dog is very cute. What breed is it? I can't really see. Can't really see right now. I'll check it out in a bit. Yeah, and then I've got my business here as well. You know, my parents have moved here as well, so everyone is here. So it's not as easy as saying like, fuck it, I'll leave everything behind and actually move there. So my job is here. Like my veterinary job is here. I have a business here as well. So it's not easy to just sell everything and move there. Of course, like, even though I'm Chinese, you know, like, I don't eat dogs. I just have to be honest, I don't eat dogs, but Niu is everything. Because I don't have any kids. So this is literally my baby daughter. Hello, say hi. Hi. Right? Good girl. That's why I spent so much money and time to arrange to bring her here to the UK. Because, like, I know it will be a better life for her here. Like, in China, there's always a fear that your dog might get stolen. That is true, and people steal dogs to sell it to like the dog food shops or dog butchers. So there's always this fear, and also, I want my dog to stay with me. That's why. But here, we've got so much green space. You know, everywhere is basically dog friendly, even on the tube, on the buses. In China, it's not that open-minded yet. It is changing. It is improving a lot, but it's still not as open-minded as Western countries. 18-year time. Oh. Like, honestly, I always tell my friends I'll die for New. They don't believe me, but it's true. Like, every pet owner would know, right? They mean everything to us. But New is not very happy today because it's raining. So she couldn't enjoy her walk this morning. We just went down to the loo, and that was it. So we're waiting for tonight. Sure, you can show me my cat. Yeah, you can show me your cat. Right? You want some belly scrubs after your lunch? Belly scrubs. I know. We'll go for a nap. So yeah, she usually have a nap at 1 p.m. and she just finished her food as well. So she's kind of getting sleepy, right? What's your favorite dim sum? Well, dim sum I like actually I can't remember the English name of it. It's called hagao, xiajiao. So it's like shrimp dumplings. Because I'm from Hong Kong, so I'm a grown up eating seafood. So I like seafood dim sums. Animals are the best. Yes, that's why I became a vet. Like I was hesitating between being a human doctor or a vet, but eventually I chose vet, and I was so happy I did it. You love chicken feet. Are you actually from the West? Let me check it out. Or are you actually Asian? Because this is the first time I've heard, some people from the West saying they like chicken feet. Not many people can handle it. Yeah, like for me, I prefer interactions with animals and humans because animals are loyal, they especially dogs. That's why I have dogs. Oh, what happened? Well, I can't show you on camera, but she's asking for belly scrubs again. Animals are loyal. When just imagine coming home after a very long day of work. The first thing your dog would do is usually they've waited for you for the whole day, being boring at home. And then, the first thing we open the door, you see a very happy little furry baby coming to welcome you. It means everything. Bizarre. Well, I wouldn't say bizarre, but it was one of the most saddest experience because like being a vet is not as glamorous as you think. Sometimes we don't get to treat animals that we want to treat because at the end of the day it's about money, Like I am employed by a veterinary clinic, so obviously I'm not the boss. So in the UK, obviously you should get insurance for your pets because the fees are very expensive. If you don't have insurance, and we know that pet owner can't actually afford it, oftentimes we will have to refuse to treat it or just refer it to somewhere else. And that is actually a downside of being a vet for me because I know I have the ability and the medication needed to treat it immediately, but just because of stupid shit like that, I can't actually treat it because I'm an employee at the end of the day. It's really sad, What are you saying? Sorry. Was born here. Well, you're amazing, man. I've never heard any of my white or Western friends saying they like chicken feet. They wouldn't even dare to try it. You've got that Asian part in you. I like it. Oh, you're Chinese. Oh shit, sorry man. Oh, so you're Chinese born in the UK. I see. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah. Yeah, that's not the animal's fault. And oftentimes, the animals we treat is because of the miss. How should I put this in words? It's obviously about the negligence from the pet owners. You know, for dog owners, always wear a leash. That's the most important part. The amount of times I've treated animals who suffered from accidents all because of not having a leash, you can't imagine how many times I had it. Even though, like, if it's a big open park, there's no anything around, then obviously you can get let it off leash for a bit. But I've seen so many pet owners, even in central London, where there's so much traffic, still keeping their pets off leash. It's ridiculous. It's so irresponsible. Well, I sorry, man. Sorry, Rondo. I thought, yeah, I didn't know why, but I thought you were not Chinese. But it's nice, though, to meet some Chinese. Whereabouts in China are you from? Are you from Hong Kong? Or from mainland? Stop eating now. Follow my diet plan. What is your diet plan? Feel free to share. Let's go. Nice. Thank you. Well, this jersey, I got it on discount, so I really liked it. New Mexico. Majority of land is a reservation, and so there's no humane society, so everybody has loose dogs everywhere getting. Yeah, it's really sad, man. 我哋係香港人，Sorry， 咁你識唔識講廣東話？ Yeah, sometimes I get mixed up, when I try to speak 3 different languages at the same time, like English, Canto, and Mando. 你過咗嚟幾多年啊？過咗嚟英國，你喺度出世，好好啊！你有冇翻香港啊？我啱啱先喺香港翻嚟。Yeah. Sorry about that. 咁你咪好後生咯，好細個咯。This is your cat. Sorry, I missed it. Let me check it out. Oh, that's very cute. How many animals do you have? 係啊，我識講廣東話，我係香港人嚟㗎，係我喺香港出世。You're old. 咁點解唔翻香港咧？翻香港睇下都好啊！而家香港好好玩㗎。如果你中意翻深圳玩嘅話，都好方便啊。Let me go and get some water. You have 4. That's amazing. Now, I don't hate cats, but I'm just not a big fan of it. Like, I like the interaction with dogs more, right? I know you're tired, isn't it? 係咯，深圳都正㗎，都幾撚舒服㗎。即係如果你唔介意大陸嘅話，其實深圳好玩過香港，我覺得。哇，好開心啊！可以講廣東話，好感動啊！ So yeah, my kitten is outside playing. That's nice. I wish to bring my dog out again. Usually she goes for a loo in the afternoon, but it's still pouring rain. 我啱啱喺香港翻嚟，成個人都好 emo 啊，搞唔撚掂。琴日先啱啱飛翻嚟啫嘛，喺香港，即刻想飛翻去啊，完全唔想留喺英國。咁你喺英國邊度啊？You mean Mandarin？ 我會說普通話，對，我會。你係 Luton， 咁唔係好遠啫 ，Luton 有機場啊。雖然應該冇直機翻香港，但有機場。Yeah, I speak Chinese, I speak Mandarin and Canto. It's not bad. I mean, like, whole of UK is finished, man. Stay safe, blessed, keep good at it. Thank you so much. And may God bless you as well. Sorry, I'm just heating up some water from a Chinese tea. Ooh, it's nice to have some tea after a heavy meal, Ukulele is not that bad. There are a lot of I think Luton used to be a lot worse, but nowadays all those assholes have moved into central London to make their living. So yeah. 幾好啊 ！Luton 都唔遠啦，嚟倫敦。Do you want to see my mask? I'm good, man. I'm good, thank you. 咩呢？有人識講廣東話，你知唔知啊？你咪眼瞓啊？好撚熱，係咯，多啲上嚟傾下偈啦！我就係因為冇乜香港人喺度咁我先可以喺度講英文，好慘啊！我哋做呢行喺呢邊又冇乜香港朋友做獸醫，好彩而家多咗 BNO 過嚟咋，如果唔係真係死啊！Thank you， 但係呢個係我朋友個 account 嚟㗎，因為佢有時叫我冇嘢做，咁我幫佢直播下揾人傾下偈啫，好感動啊！講 We are Chinese, we have to stick together. Yes, man, bro, I feel you 。好啦 ，Yeah, so thank you guys for staying tuned with me. Yeah, I usually stream during like dinner times or whatever. Whenever I eat. But yeah, stay tuned. Do you not have your own account? Well, I don't, because I don't actually have time to do like social media and stuff. So I'm actually just helping her out, doing some streams, getting some more subscribers. 係咯，因為佢主要係做 social media 啊嘛，咁係咯，咁佢英文又唔係咁好，因為佢始終佢都係大陸過嚟，大陸朋友，但係佢英文冇咁好，咁所以我咪間唔中去幫佢 stream 下咯。譬如你見到我唔知佢有冇 po 喺度啦，去杜拜嗰啲嘢都係全部都我拍嘅，我幫佢錄嘅啫嘛，即係啱啱去完旅行。乜叫啊？無法驗證 ，OK 搞掂，係咯，所以時不時我都會喺呢度。咁你喺呢邊咁耐，你都係同鬼佬玩定係同香港人華人玩？因為始終都有啲老一輩嘅香港人過咗嚟噶嘛。譬如唐人街嗰度都好多，我知老一輩嘅。哇！好感動，可以廣東話翻嚟。即係唔係話英文唔好，但係始終都係廣東話有親切感啊！你明唔明啊？始終都喺屋企。There's not a lot of Chinese in Luton, that's sad. 倫敦好彩多啲咯，係咯，我諗住今年翻嚟。其實我之前冇咁掛住香港嘅，但係唔知點解係今次翻嚟咧，翻咗嚟英國咧，雖然翻咗嚟一日，但係今次走呢下唔知點解係特別多感情。我24年翻香港嗰陣都冇話真係咁掛住，但係今次翻嚟真係好掛住。可能而家真係個對比差太多啦，因為英國而家真係太差啦，同我細個相比，而家倫敦真係差咗太多。我之前搬嚟倫敦就係覺得倫敦好好，細個嗰陣。但係而家真係睇翻，即係對比翻咧，而家真係太差咧，所以更加想翻香港，係咯，咁啊更加傷感，係咯，所以我都未平時都冇乜 join 啲香港人 community， 但係我諗今次翻嚟都係要 join 翻一下，如果唔係真係自閉啊。Alright guys, I gotta have to go, man. So it's a pleasure speaking with you guys, yeah, and stay tuned. I'll still probably stream tonight, or maybe around 6 or 7-ish, when I eat dinner. And yeah, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. Nice to meet you, Rondo. Alright, take care, guys. Bye bye. Bye bye. 再講，拜拜拜拜。